Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode. My name is, well, the same, Anton Babienko. And today I'd like to continue working on serverless patterns. I had three episodes already in the past. During the last 3 weeks, I developed six patterns in total. So feel free to take a look into those if you want to know how does it work. Uh, I was about to commit all this code to ServerlessLand website where I took kind of initial information from, but it's pretty hard for me to get in touch with some people from AWS, so I was not able to do that. Anyway, today I'd like to continue working on what I think is pretty cool, and I'd like to develop one solution which I kind of discovered just half hour ago. I have almost no preparation for that because, I intentionally didn't prepare for this one because I want to show how I'm actually thinking when I'm working on something what I don't know. I'm not afraid that it will be kind of broken and something will not work. Anyway, it's pretty much the way it is on a daily basis, right? We don't know how things will turn out and maybe something will not work at all. So let's get started. But before that, I want to make, of course, a few announcements. I will do this announcement pretty quick because, because it's a lot of work to go through. These serverless patterns are pretty big. Okay, first announcement is, of course, weekly TF. There are already more than 2,600 subscribers, so please drop your email here on weekly TF somewhere here. Click subscribe and enjoy a newsletter which I'm publishing every Wednesday. Every Wednesday. if I don't confuse the schedule, then it's every Wednesday. What else I want to say there? Oh yeah, if you want to join as a sponsor for this newsletter, as Bridge Crew was doing, please reach out to me because, as you can imagine, it takes time for me to come up with these newsletters, to find information, to do some things here. So also check out open source projects because I know that you guys are using Terraform, and open source projects are probably the biggest and the most exciting part according to statistics from some of newsletters. You guys are clicking on these projects like crazy. It's easily I don't know, several hundred clicks on these projects every episode. So keep it up and let's move on. In about a month, there will be a pretty cool improvement on the Lambda module in regards to the integration with serverless application model metadata resources. I have a few discussions already in the past with AWS teams, and I think it will be pretty cool to see how SAM can be integrated with Terraform. It's a bit early to say, but so far we looked into this one and I think it will be good. As usually, please continue help Ukraine. You probably know that Russia is still doing crazy things. I mean, crazy things. I'm not afraid of this word. It's a war, and a lot of Ukrainians are being killed quite frequently. So, screw Russia as much as we can. We do our best. We continue doing that, and I will continue doing that as well. So please support. The link is in the description to the video. And thank you everyone who's doing this. One more way how you guys can actually support and learn quite a lot. When is it? Tomorrow, right? Tomorrow on Saturday, 24th of September, there will be a conference called Software Architecture FW Days. FW is short form for framework. And what I advise you to follow is to go to this website fwdays.com and find the event, and then somewhere here scroll and somehow register. All donations are welcome. But what's actually cool for the audience is the talk by Keith Morris. Those who don't know who is Keith Morris, guys, shame on you. Shame on you. This is a top one or maybe top two guys in the whole industry who is talking about infrastructure as code for living. And I'm gonna have to attend this talk myself because I want to learn what Keith is about to say on this subject. I read his book Infrastructure as Code back in, I don't know, 2016, maybe 17, 18, I don't remember when it was published, and it really piqued my mind since that. So I encourage you guys to check at least this talk. This talk is going to be in English, so it's okay for many of you. If you're listening to my English, you will be able to understand Keith's English as well, I'm pretty sure. Also, there will be a little bit like 1, 2, 3 talks in English, and the rest of talks will be in Ukrainian. So feel free to join, and I'm 100% sure that you will be surprised by this talk. So one more time, Keith Morris is the guy I was dreaming to have on my live streams in the past, but he and I are pretty busy with the schedule, so it's just impractical to organize yet. But I will definitely meet him, and we'll have him at this stream as well. Okie dokie, let's move on. Last week I'm going to be in Tbilisi, first time in Georgia. I'm going to talk about Terraform best practices, DevOpsCon Tbilisi.eu. Scroll somewhere here, register for this free event, and I'm really thankful to them that they support Ukraine as well. If you are in Georgia this time, I mean in Tbilisi, and you want to meet, please reach out to me. I have some time there. I have never been to Georgia, so I will be glad to meet the community. After that, I'm going to be at HashiConf, which is in LA and virtual, but I'm going to be in LA. If you are going there and you want to meet, also just reach out to me. Okay, and after that, like pretty much right after LA and HashiConf, I'm going to be in Paris, where I'd like to have quite a lot of people, well, at least 100 of different people who will travel from different countries actually, and we'll be talking about the present and the future of infrastructure as code, because it's not new. It's not, I mean, infrastructure as code has existed for many years already. I'm afraid to say, but probably more than 10 years already. And I mean, the whole term and the whole industry has evolved significantly. So it will be my pleasure to have a conversation with Sebastian Korfman, who is creator of CDK for Terraform, as well as Paul Stack, who is working in Pulumi for several years, as well as another AWS hero, Matthew, who is the creator of Lyft. Well, you don't probably know what is Lyft, but you probably have heard about serverless framework. And I'm pretty sure that if you are in Paris, you will be surprised with the quality of also lightning talks, which we'll have there. So overall, it's going to be probably a bit more than 2 hours of conversations. Plus, of course, we'll go to have some drinks and, well, whatever comes after the meetup usually, right? So please come Tuesday, 11th of October, and yeah, that's it. The sponsor of this event is Covery, and food and, well, non-alcohol beverages. This is my understanding of French, is sponsored by Scalar. So that's it. That's pretty much it. Well, 11 minutes into the stream, and I'm rushing to, oh, this is my Twitter. Yeah, this is my Twitter. You don't need to see it, I guess, but okay. Right, so the main subject. Oh, hello from France. Cool. Or as you say, probably bonjour. That's pretty much it, what I know in French. No, I also know some days of week. I don't know why. But okay. So what I want to do, let me think for 2 seconds. Right, okay, this is the main thing. So I think I will have about an hour to make this thing happen. And uh, kind of to put it as a context, what exactly is it about? So ServerlessLand has a lot of different patterns. I was looking into those, and I kind of see some of them, and some of them are pretty big or rather irrelevant or rather impractical, I would even say. And I found this one and I think like, wow, that's pretty cool, because when I've heard about this feature for the first time at reInvent, I was immediately imagining a bunch of different use cases which I have in my mind like for many years. Previously, we used to develop like many more complicated solutions to achieve this. So one of solution which we used to have to achieve this functionality. So when we want to fetch not the whole object, but we want to fetch, let's say, thumbnail of an image. What we used to have is that we used to have something like CloudFront, which has Lambda at edge, and Lambda at edge was triggering fetch of an image from the bucket, making it small and returning this small image to user, and at the same time storing information somewhere on S3 bucket for the next retrieval. Something like this. There are multiple ways, but this was the way how we used to do. And with the release of feature S3 Object Lambda, it is now possible to do this pretty much in real time without involving unnecessary services, like in this case it was a CDN service called CloudFront. So, and I also want to see how this is implemented inside of serverless application model, because as I said, in about a month I will have to look into SAM and what's the name of it even? I forgot the name of the feature of SAM, which kind of allows you to be quicker with the development. Yeah, I'm pretty bad with names of this feature, but anyway. So let's look into the source code and start writing it. Again, I'm gonna to rush a little bit because it's a lot of work. So let's open this code somewhere here. Yeah, this is good starting point. Let me know if you need to increase font or if it's okay. So what we're gonna to do, we are gonna to kind of use S3 Object Lambda service to return image from S3. What can we do here? Like we can read, of course, we can clone, we can run SAM build, SAM deploy. Yeah, we can do a bunch of different things, but as you probably imagine that we're going to use Terraform 100% for this. And we're going to use also Terraform AWS modules for that. How it works. When a request is made to S3 Object Lambda, access point, disregard a lot of words which you may not know, that's okay. Think about this as that S3 object is name of the feature. The Lambda function is invoked, and this Lambda function is gonna to download the original object, and it has to have correct permissions, and yeah, and then modified object is returned to the user. Luckily, this code has already been written, so I'm not gonna to look into into this Axios, because I have no clue what it is. Anyway, the way how to test this is that first they upload something to the S3 bucket, and then they will get object by this key, and they will store it into this thumbnail file. So that's pretty much it. right? Very simplified way. You upload something and then you get something. So you need to call S3 API get object, I guess, but we'll see. Okay, so that's it. Let's look into the code and see what kind of resources are they actually making. Well, when I'm saying they are, I can guess it was Greg. So Greg was making few small resources like S3 bucket, and then he attached S3 bucket policy, which allows what it allows. Well, I guess it allows. No, what it allows. It allows. Right, it allows everything. Okay, it allows access to this data access point for the whole account. Right, so the whole account can access this. So it means that users will be able to call the access point. Okay, what exactly is access point? So access point is a way to expose your S3 bucket to something, to the internet or to VPC. Again, this is my very rough understanding and very rough explanation of what is it. I think I have never ever worked with access points before, so sorry that it's not the best source of the information if I'm confusing you. So S3 Object Lambda access point is has the configuration which is pretty much the glue. When this access point is being accessed, then it should make get object get object action will be calling this AWS Lambda function I ran with function payload, test payload. What is test payload? This is a strange name, but okay. I will probably understand it if I see it. And then the whole Lambda function, as you can see, it's not Lambda function and a bunch of other things. It's a little bit higher level because they're using SAM template here. So right, so the resize function is using Node.js, and it has a couple policies. So that, what is it? Allow, right, get object response. Right, it's probably allowing, where will it write? Right, get object response. Anyway, it is an action which is allowing to write data back. Well, the URL. So could you please share the URL of this GitHub repo? I don't know where to share it. I see that you promote from LinkedIn, so I don't know where to share it. The best is to go to serverlessland.com, and then at the top menu you find patterns, and then you find S3 Object Lambda pattern. So this is the URL. And then from here you click on view repo for this pattern. So this is the way how to navigate it. Okay, so we are making Lambda function, and we are allowing this Lambda function to call this action. Okay, well, this function needs permission to call back to the S3 Object Lambda access point with write get object response. Okay, sounds simple actually, but we will see how it's actually going to happen. Okay, I'm going to have this template open here, and that's it. I'm going to go to my IntelliJ, and from here, where is this? Terraform. Yeah, right. So I have just copied Terraform S3 Lambda code which I developed in the past to this new folder, Terraform S3 Object Lambda, where I'm gonna to work on today. Let's see what I have here. First of all, let's look into main.tf, just to understand what kind of things I have at all. So I'm gonna to make some Lambda function, not a big surprise so far. And then I'm gonna to make an S3 bucket, again, not a big surprise. And this previous code was using S3 notification feature to send notification to Lambda function when something has been uploaded. I don't need it anymore. But instead, what I need, I will take from, where was it? Let's see, it was S3 Object Lambda. Right, so this is the file which I was showing before. Okay, let's look into the code here and see what I'm missing or what is correct. So first of all, S3 bucket, for some reason encryption is enabled, but it's definitely not a requirement. Block public ACL or block public policy is not so important. Versioning is not important, so we can just disregard all of this. Again, for the sake of the simplicity of the pattern, all we'll have to have is just making a bucket, and it's going to be this is going to be a bucket, and that's it for now. So S3 bucket with this code. Cool. I think it's cool. Right, then we need to make policy. So policy is a little bit different. I'm still, every time when I see the syntaxes of CloudFormation or SAM template or whatever comes from AWS, I'm always like thinking how human can actually read this. What is sub? Sub is probably a substitution, right? So this IRN, right? Okay, so in fact, this means allow everything inside of the bucket and content of the bucket for everything, for all principles, but the condition is important. Okay, so how to write this magic thing? How to write this magic thing? That's a good question. Okay, let's see. Let's call it policy. And we are going to generate, of course, we can write policy as JSON somewhere here, but it's not so cool, really. We can use here doc if we want, but it's not so cool. So let's use this placeholder. And let's look into the source code of the module. Of course, I don't remember how to write many things, so I always go to examples, like for the first time, and search for word policy equal, and there is nothing like this. Where is policy? No. Okay. Let's call it. This is it. This is what I wanted. So I'm gonna to use this data source because it's just much more convenient than struggling with JSON or trying to update JSON. So principal, AWS, and identifiers are, of course, star, because everything for some reason. What kind of actions are of course everything. Well, pretty creative way, right? No. Okay, and then we need to come up with this bucket name. So as usual, if I see something repeated more than once, as we normally do with programming, we use locals and then we call bucket name, and it's going to be here. So let's Okay, so for this bucket and for all content of the bucket, right? Right, and now we need to come up with this condition string equals. I think I know how to write it, but again, I'm pretty lazy. So I'm gonna have to look into the condition, how to write condition. No, this is not the way how to write condition. So how to write condition in the bucket policy. If I don't know how to do this, I go to IAM module where I certainly have many different conditions just because it's usually it is quicker to look into the source code. Here is a way how to write it. If it's not quicker, then I have to go to the documentation and well, it's just a bit slower. So string equals of this guy, and this is account ID. Again, how to get my account ID? We go higher and we put data AWS, not account. What is it? Caller identity, right? This. I think this is the right way. And here we need to put data caller identity this account ID. So that's it. So we allow everything. So this is exactly like it was, I think. Okay, still this is not the hardest part. So let's think what else is missing here before we can make a bucket. Right, we need to make a bucket. So it's going to be data AWS IAM policy bucket policy JSON. What? Did I forget? No, it's okay. All right, okay, so I make this policy. Let's make it, right? What can possibly go wrong? If I don't have enough, I just comment parts of it and I go, of course, output will complain a lot, so I don't care about output for now. Okay, let's make Terraform apply. No, Terraform init probably is a good idea too. And to download a bunch of different things. Well, not much to download. Okay, and now look into output identifiers star. Well, okay. And probably just AWS. No, that's a good part. When I click here, it says identifiers. Identifiers. Well, let's look into the source code of IAM module one more time, just to kind of to see identifiers. So type identifiers. Can it be star? No. Looks like it has to be something more credible than just star. Yeah. Okay. So what can it be? Any ideas? Of course, it can be my account. No, let's go to documentation. I'm not sure that I know what I'm doing. So which place to look into? It's probably gonna to be this data source. Somewhere here. Well, that was actually quicker than I thought. So where is this resource AWS trusted role IRN? Oh, maybe I don't have to specify it, right? Principal, again, many of these things are optional, so yeah, looks good. Okay, so how the policy looks like, let's see. The policy looks like, what? String equal, yeah, okay. So far looks good. Let's apply this and see if it's working. So what I expect, I just want to see that my bucket has been created, and that's it. So I applied this code and I can go to my S3. And I have this bucket and where is policy? Bucket policy, edit. What? There is no policy. Well, that's a shame. It's a shame. Then I need to attach the policy. That's funny, but okay. Attach policy. True. Ah, it was false by default. Okay. Good. Now it is true. So if I rerun this code, let's see what I have. Yeah. Let's see. So will it work this time or not? Well, it should. Okay, what else I will have to do here? Well, it's doing something. Let me think. I need to make the remaining part of this, which is called, how it was called even? It's called access point. Okay, so to make access point, I need to, so this is what I need to achieve, right? I need to make a resource of this type connected with a bucket. Currently, there is no feature of S3 bucket module which I'm using to do this. So I'm gonna to missing required field principal. Oh, okay. Right. So again, when I don't know what I'm doing like this, I go to Google and I type malforms policy and click on 2, 3 first links. And so all I want to find is principal and this one. Yeah, but how to write it in data source? That's bad. That's bad. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Can somebody show me how to write data source for principal star? I probably have some code already, but I just don't remember. Uh, right, how to do this I understand, but no, not here. Okay, let's put data. Let's put some information there because I need to write data and this guy. Okay, this is a bit better. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so what to write here? Show me the code. Normalize patterns principles 2 years ago. So, how to write it? Principles type identifiers. Well, but that's what I wrote, right? principals, type. That's exactly what I wrote, right? Type identifiers. Is it correct word? Yeah. Strange. But okay, let's try one more time. Maybe it will work now. Well, now apparently it works. Okay. Yeah, I probably made a mistake somewhere here. Maybe a spelling mistake. Maybe I didn't save file. Anyway, this is simple thing, so let's move on much quicker. Good, so now we have bucket. Let's assume that it has correct policy. If not, we'll verify it later. Let's think about access point. So what does access point mean? Well, ideally, I would like to have probably another invocation of this module and then submodule somewhere here, like modules/access point, and then provide a bunch of parameters to it, and then it would work. Or I would even prefer to have policy somewhere here where I just say, where I can say access points and then provide map of a bunch of things, and it would create these resources. As I say, it's not supported right now inside of this version, so I'll have to fall back to using just normal Terraform resources for that. Oh my god, you don't see my screen. Yeah, sorry. So, yeah, I wanted to be quick, but instead made it worse. So I need to write resources somewhere here to create the missing resource, which is S3 access point. Oh my god. I just click space and it automatically completed this for me. This, because I'm not creative enough, it has to be created after this bucket is created. So referring like this one is not going to work because it will not be present at the time. So I need to use module output for that. And it's bucket, probably it's bucket rn. Name, as it was before, it was called resize AP. Okay, resize AP. Good, so this is simple. Let's talk about policy. Policy for this access point. Who should be able to access it? Again, there is a way to have it in two resources like it is implemented now, but it can be also done in one resource. So what we need to do, we need to somehow figure out how to write this policy. So properties of this access point. So let's look into the documentation for this guy and access. If you're writing something here and you don't know why you see so many different results, I'm sure that you already know the trick. You just need to type space at the end, and then results become much better. Let's see. So what is it? Access point. Access point. This one. Okay, so here I need to figure out how to write the policy. This policy, a valid JSON document that specifies the policy you want to apply to this access point. I have no clue which how to write this JSON document. So I probably will use the access point policy. No, as you can see, it's not searching properly. So you need to click here. Ta-da! No, you don't have to click here. This is for, no, what is it? Standalone. Well, I need to, now I understand. because there is S3. What? No. There is S3 access point, and there is S3 control, which is for the situation when you run S3 on outpost. Okay, so I need to somehow figure out what to write inside of this document. S3 control access point policy. What? This is not what I want. I mean, I'm not working with outpost. Okay, so let's figure out how to write this access policy by looking into totally different resource, which is S3 control, and hope that this policy is similar. Well, it is similar anyway, but I don't know. Let's copy this guy from here and put it somewhere, again, somewhere inside of another comment, just for the inspiration. Take this one. So as you can see, I always write from top to bottom, and I just add new things, and then I regroup it. So the most important stuff at the top, the least important is when I'm adding it, it's gonna to be just there. So it's gonna to be, what is it? Access point policy, right? Access point policy. Cool, cool. So, and we will make it data access JSON. Okay, so what we need to do, this is action for all principals, this action, and this is the resource, right? So this is how they wanted to have it. I mean, documentation says that we need to write like this, but we need to look into how the SAM document was written. So for this access policy, we need to have actually this action get object or S3 get object. I don't know. Well, usually it is S3 get object, but I guess it's normalized later on. And content transformation. Oh my god. What? Content transformation. Who on earth wrote this stuff? Really? Anyway, let's think where to get a little bit better inspiration than official documentation, and for that, where can this be? Oh, let's look into this document, but inside of Terraform AWS provider source code. Sometimes it's pretty easy to figure out what's going on here. So if I find test for this, it's gonna to be awesome, right? So here is a test which is for this resource. I need to find policy. Come on. Since I have no clue how to write policy, I need to find it. Well, it's not so easy. Or I would say it doesn't inspire me more. So let's see, where can it be? Oh, it's not. Bucket object data source test. No, I don't care about that. I need to find. So this resource, S3. Okay, let's look into this and find access point policy specifically. Well, they're verifying that they can read information using data source, but that's not really what I want to do right now. No. Okay, well, it's interesting, but how to... Well, how to write policy for this resource? That's a question which I have. Well, is it even supported by Terraform? Let's look into the issues inside of provider. Support S3 on Outpost. Well, that's good, but oh, right, it was 2 years ago. Even I worked around that time with Outpost. So fixed error. That's cool. So if there is an error, I expect that there is also a correct way to write policies. Let's see. Show me how it should be written. Show me the test case. I want to see test case. Show me the policy. Yes, here is some test case. Well, this is... Right, yes, that's what I want. S3 control object lambda access point, and then there is configuration. Hey. Interesting. Well, I'm a bit confused. What is S3? What is S3 control? What is S3 for outpost? Because this piece of code looks very similar to the one which was, which was in SAM template. Okay, so I probably need to have this configuration on the access policy. No, on the access point. Right. Ah, right. Oh, yeah, that's smart. That's smart. Let's move on. Let's steal some of this data for, well, not steal. Let's make this data inspiring enough to be stolen. Okay, where is it? Somewhere here. Again, I just take this piece of code somewhere here and look into it. So I'm really confused with this name. So let's assume that I'm copying it from... Ah, no. Well, does it even work? No. Let's see, one more time. The reason why I'm confused right now is that this content transformation section is inside of S3 control, so it is only about outpost. So let's look into access control policy. Oh my god, they have Lambda access control policy. No. Provides a resource to manage. Is this what I need? Again, I'm so surprised how it's how the naming is handled. Well, do I see word outpost on this page? No. Then this is what I need. Problem solved. One more time. Let's take this code somewhere. Let's put it inside of my code and let's customize it so that it's doing what it should be doing. Okay, so access point example. Do I have this one? Yes, I have it somewhere here. Cool. Access control lambda access point, this, and name for this one is probably just, well, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so then name for this one will be let's take it from, this is not needed. Let's clean up a little bit. So this is going to be the name. It's going to be resize all app. Not sure what does all app means in this context, but okay. Okay, and then what else do we write? Supporting access point is the one which we just made. All right, so it's going to be this, and it's going to be get object, right? And then it's going to be Lambda function and test payload. Or it can be just Lambda function, I guess, as it says here. Okay, and then we need to make and then we need to make a policy. Again, it's so complicated type of policy, which will attach to this Lambda access point. Right. That's good. That's good. Current. Yeah, it should be current. But okay, let me rename it later. And so we are allowing using this JSON document. Right. Okay, then I'm not going to write it here because apparently it's not supported for this type of S3 access point. This guy is not needed anymore. It will be probably needed later if I have time to refactor it. Okay, so overall what we have here is access point. We are allowing, no, we are defining the transformation performed by Lambda. We are gonna to put Lambda function IRN here, and then we are allowing, well, it's kind of giving permission to Lambda function to do certain things on this access point. Yeah, well, it's complicated as mess, but okay, I'm pretty sure that this is gonna to work. Let's move on with the creation of Lambda function. I can actually put, where is it? I can actually put module Lambda function IRN. I think this is correct. Okay, now let's focus on the creation of the Lambda function itself, right? Because I cannot apply this configuration without Lambda function, so I need to take care of that too. Okay, what do we do with Lambda function? Let's see. Since this is going to be invoked only using an S3 object, there is no need. I'm just thinking that there is no need to give. No, there is need to give this type of permission to the Lambda function execution role. Okay, so this is it. Let's see. So it will be allowed triggers. No, triggers will not be needed because it will not be triggered by the service. It will be triggered by, well, it's actually going to be triggered by the service. Okay, let's see. Anyway, I'm gonna to put this somewhere here, and I want to go to to the Lambda function. Where is my amazing Lambda function module? Here is it. And I want to look into the way how to define policies. So, no, where is it? Policy JSON, policy statements. Yeah, this is it. So I'm going to use these policy statements. And I'm going to give this action. I don't need triggers as far as I understand the existing code. No, wait. Yes. What kind of IRN I should be placing here? I have no clue, so let's look. It's gonna to be everything. Everything. No, I don't understand. What does this policy actually say? CRUD. Right. I forgot that this is a serverless function type of resource. So I guess this CRUD policy will be converted into something like like do everything inside of this S3 bucket. So let me search for that one. It's been, well, pretty long time since I use it myself. So I'm gonna to write S3. Where is this search? No, it's like this. So here is my search. Right, so this is specific to serverless application model. So I need to decipher this policy to something what it actually means. Or if it is possible, if there are managed, what is it? CRUD. S3 CRUD policy. Right, so this is exactly the way how gives create read, CRUD operation to act on objects. Well, it is complicated the way it is written here. Of course, we can rewrite it into something more user-friendly. Yeah, let's do it. Come on, now it's ugly as hell. I don't like it at all. I will put a reference to this piece of code somewhere here, and I'm just gonna to implement this a little bit simpler. S3 CRUD. I don't remember if I use CRUD. Yeah, CRUD is a pretty cool name. Okay, S3 CRUD. So it's taken from here. And let's put this statement inside of code and just copy paste what is necessary. So bunch of actions. It's extremely simple actually. Bunch of different actions, and it will have to be allowed on these resources. That's it. So as you can see, in order to do CRUD operations, we need something like 10 different actions and allow this on all objects and on bucket itself. Okay, yeah, that's it. how human has to even understand what's written here without okay, understand is fine, but how should you write this? Copy pasting. That's bad. That's so bad. Okay, let's move on. So what we have right now, we are allowing, it's not DynamoDB, it's actually S3 S3 Object Lambda and S3 CRUD. Yeah, let's put it somewhere here. Actions taken from here. Okay. And it's actually shorter than it was. So that's good. Okay, what else do I need? Well, I have 10 minutes. I need to hurry up. Well, I probably need some code for that, right? It's probably a good idea to have it. Where is it? Yeah, this template, right? So it's this Node.js, and app handler is the name of the handler. Here is my code. What's the name of it? I forgot. No, the runtime was Node.js 12x. This is it. And it was called app.handler. My awesome Lambda function. Well, it is still awesome. The source for this. Well, this is a bit tricky. I'm not big expert of NPM ecosystem, but we have it somewhere here. Create zip file from. Right, so since this is a Node.js runtime, if I just specify the location of the code, it will do all the things. It will run npm install, package it, and so on. Looks very simple, right? So I just need to copy this. Where is my file? src up. I will put it inside of this location. It's not in fixtures because it's a very specific piece of code, so it's gonna to live here for a while. I hope AWS does not mind that I take this code. Of course, I keep all copyright. I know it's really important for some people. Okay, what else I need to put? I need to specify that it's gonna to be inside of src. And that's it. So code is inside of src folder. Node.js is a runtime. Policies are specified. That's it. Let's run and see if it's gonna to work. So now we run init. Now I run apply. Wow, there are no errors. That's surprising. Okay, it's gonna to make. Okay, so it has discovered package.json file. Hopefully it will run npm install there. If I confirm it, then it will create a Lambda function with very little memory. I don't know if it's enough. Well, probably yeah, it should be enough, right? 121 megabytes. Okay, bunch of other things, bunch of other things. That's a good explanation. Okay, let's see if it's gonna to install npm. Right, it actually installed node modules which were specified inside of package.json. and it is now making Lambda function. Once this Lambda function is created, then it will start making the rest of S3 access point resources. And it failed. Invalid. Okay, resize AP. It should be just probably bucket name. Invalid Amazon S3 IRN. Why? This is cool IRN. Okay. So resize AP. What does... So line 107. It doesn't like this name. Well, honestly, I don't like it either, but what can I do? So bucket and name. What is what? Let's go to documentation and see for this resource. For the resource, it is bucket name of S3 partition S3 bucket or Amazon resource name of S3 on outpost. Name you want to assign to this access point. Well, I like what I put here as name. But okay, I can put it as name. What is it? No, bucket ID. If it helps. Bucket ID is now this one. So it's not IRN, it's bucket ID. And it works. Okay, good. So in theory, it should be working, right? That's the whole point. I change ID here and I created this resource and it should be working just fine. So now it's time to see that it's actually doing something, or maybe check logs if it doesn't. So let's see. Inside of a README of it, there were a couple commands which I can run. So first of all, I need to upload an image, and that's exactly what I'm gonna to do. I'm gonna to use S3 CP. I put it inside of my downloads, and it's called chicken GPG, and I'm gonna to upload it to this bucket. That's it. Cool, I have uploaded this file. Now I should be able to run. Well, I probably need to see the access point ID inside of output. So let's add this information inside of output. Let's restore some of it from the S3 bucket. No, it's not S3, it's S3 bucket access point. So S3 access point. So how it's gonna to be called? What do we have here? I guess it's is it IRN? It should be some sort of ID. Yeah, it's probably ID. The name of the access point. Let's run it again just to see this value. No, well, S3 access point is too long because it includes my account ID. To do that, I go to my state file and just look into access point resource and try to find what I need. It's probably IRN. Yeah, it looks like IRN. So I need to have IRN, the IRN of access point. I guess I need IRN, honestly, because that's it. Okay, let's go back to the original, where was it? Where was this explanation? Right here. So yeah, I need to have IRN. Okay, good. So now I have an IRN and I need to write this command. So bucket and then well, and then this IRN. I don't know if it's gonna to be okay, but key, and the file name was chicken. I'm not sure what else I should specify at the end, but okay, let's put it chicken small. Ta-da! Well, I hope it's working. Let's see, if I have my code somewhere here, I have chicken small. Let's see. Oh my god, it's my amazing chicken. Unbelievable, it worked from the first attempt. Well, if you are thinking that this is bad image, well, you probably have not tasted chicken which I make. Well, usually it's not so dark, but I usually like when it's really burnt. Okay. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I had a lot of fun today. Okay, what else can be done here? Let's look into some logs maybe, just for fun. Because according to the code which I have here, there should be something inside of CloudWatch logs. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. So let's go to where is my logs? Here is it. Let's go to this, refresh it. Right, so here is my chicken. It's if I open it, well, why it is so big actually? Shouldn't it be smaller? Because this is original size of a chicken, right? Yeah, it's pretty big. So it means, or it gives me an impression that thumbnailing didn't actually work because the original image was returned, not the small one. The small one, according to the code, should be 100. Resize the image. Height is optional, will automatically maintain aspect ratio. Well, this is 347, so this was the original image which I had. Okay, but let's look into logs. Maybe we'll find something interesting there. CloudWatch. Logs. CloudWatch, where is this? This one. So there are no logs. Why there are no logs? Okay, let's look one level up, because I think it was not invoked in the first place. Right, how can I identify whether it was invoked? That's a good question. So here is my, what is this? This is the way how I can test it probably from here, right? So through this access point. Oh, that's cool. So if I run open now, yeah, you see I'm accessing it through the access point, but the content is still the same. So it can be something wrong with the permission of the Lambda function, or it can be something wrong with the code itself, which is, yeah, I have not written it, so I don't know what is there actually. Let's see how I can investigate this a bit deeper. But I actually appreciate that there is an easy way to test this here. That's cool. So where can it be? Where can it be? So if I go to the bucket, no, I need to go to the access point, to this one, and look into policy. Public access is blocked because, well, just because it's public access. Okay. So that's it. I think it is related. Let's look into the original code, which was somewhere here. I think it is something related to the policy somewhere. Where can it be? Let's see whether bucket policy was actually correct. So bucket policy says that we allow everything inside of the bucket IRN and inside of all files in the bucket. Right? And then we allow this for the current account ID. Let's see. Do I have the same code, the same configuration here? Looks like. Well, I think it is actually related to the fact that my Lambda function is not allowed. Like, this is what I allow this Lambda function to be doing. So yes, it should be able to access S3 and do whatever is necessary and write back. But I'm not allowing my Lambda function to be executed by S3, from what I understand. To do that, probably need to... Where can this be? Let's look into the source of the Lambda function here. So this is my Lambda function. It's not... Does it? I think it has some sort of S3 here, and this bucket, and here all object. No, all object. All object events. Okay. So if I allow this, like all object create event, well, it's not create, it's retrieval. No, it's not somewhere here. Let's see, maybe it's... Where can it be? It's not creation of it. It's let's see, where can this be? Object Lambda access point, edit policy. This policy must not allow public access. Well, I don't think it allows public access. It's allowing only access for myself. Where can it be? Okay, I don't know where actually to look, honestly. The policy looks decent to my mind. Maybe this. Will it work if I specify it like star here and save? You don't have permission to apply. What? Object Lambda access policy to Object Lambda access point. Put access policy. Ensure that policy doesn't have public access. Well, that's interesting. Where do I see public access? Well, this one is. Should my bucket be private? Is this what it says? So public, public, public is 4 times right here. Let's make a surprise. Let's go to the code and let's make change to the S3 bucket and disable all public access to it. How to do that? Of course, I go to examples and I look into this configuration and I block 4 times and I block everything. Block, block, block. And then, right, so now if I'm gonna to apply this, I need to apply it because it was open, and maybe that was the reason. And now if I access this guy, well, it's the same size, so it's 45 kilobytes. It means that it has not been the case, because now my chicken is still big. Well, it should be smaller. But okay, I think anyway, for now, at least the way it is right now, that's all what I can do in this amount of time. I'm glad that I was able to make like the code and it works from the first attempt. Now the investigation part is probably gonna to take some time just to understand how the code was actually written. Maybe the code itself doesn't do anything, honestly, I don't know. We can of course take a look there. Maybe I will be able to understand it. Is too large. Oh my god, of course it's too large. Just to see if I understand JavaScript. Well, I obviously don't understand it, but maybe there is something obvious here. So retrieve operation. Yeah, well, obviously I didn't see anything wrong here, but I still think that I can run test here, create Is there is a template actually? That would be cool. S3. How does this event even look like? S3. Well, I have no clue. So let's submit anything here. Test. Error message. Task timeout. Wow, that's pretty cool. Something went wrong. Sharp module. Cannot find module. Oh. We're into package JSON dependencies. Oh my god. Right, so that's a main issue, is that the code itself is not working, or maybe some package dependencies are missing. I'm far from willing to investigate the problem here, sorry. But if anyone is watching and you want to kind of take a look into this one and finish this, please let me know. I will share this with you. Okay, I think that's it for today. It was pretty cool stream. I mean, I enjoyed myself because I did what I wanted to do. Well, that's another problem, that it doesn't work. But anyway, it was fun. So thanks everyone for attending, and hopefully see you at some of the events in the near future. And bye bye.